I was in and out of foster care all the way up to the age 8, I guess. My mom had abandoned me. There was a point in time where I was going to be adopted, but I decided not to. I made up an excuse, but my real excuse was I thought my mom was coming back for me, but she never did.
And that's the story of many of the kids in foster care who will age out of the system. 40% of them will likely be homeless by the age of 24. Others will experience prison, welfare, sex trafficking, and more.
Trying to figure out life with no foundation that you've never really been taught. I mean, you can't really build a house out of thin air, you know. I'm trying to figure out where to start, and that's really been hard, just to have a place to start.
One state is working to find a home for every waiting child, from newborns to those that are about to age out of the system.
In Arkansas, we have 587 at the last number I heard, who are their parental rights have been terminated and they're waiting to be adopted.
In order for there to be no more kids waiting for families in Arkansas system, it's going to take everybody. And at some point we had the realization, I mean, it's just obvious. As a MRST, we can't fix this by ourselves. So we had no desire to kind of be the nonprofit that's the answer to every need in foster care. And we had good friends at the Call, good friends at Project Zero. We had done some things together before. Just thought, man, if we're really going to get to No More Waiting, let's work together.
We all care about kids in foster care. We all care a little bit something different about kids in foster care. Where the Call focuses on recruiting, training, and supporting families and mobilizing the church. Project Zero focuses on matching waiting families with waiting children, and MRST Arkansas focuses on children who haven't gotten families and they're transitioning out of the system. So 3 very different interests, but one common thread, caring for the local orphan.
Every year, all 3 organizations come together to put on the Walk for the Waiting, an event that raises funds and awareness for the Arkansas foster and adoption programs. This year, more than 2,000 people participated by walking, giving, or sponsoring in some way.
1 mile left.
65 churches were represented, and overall more than $230,000 was raised. Each person at the walk saw the faces of children still waiting to find a home. But there were also the smiles and stories of those who have found their forever families.
I walk for my daughter, adoption, and children still waiting for families. I walk for cake, for wonder, and for more cake. I walk because she's beautiful, and holding her is one of my greatest joys. And no matter how old I get, she will always be my precious girl. I walk for walking her down the aisle and for telling her once more how much I love her.
His daughter, Robin Caesar, helped coordinate this year's event. She's made raising awareness and support for foster care and adoption her life mission.
I just feel like God has blessed me with such a testimony of a story that He's just given me a voice to talk to those other adoptees that might go through something similar.
While this year's walk is over, the work continues. And when it comes to caring for orphans, the church is uniquely equipped.
Pastors told me that God's plan A for these kids is the church, and He doesn't have a plan B.
Mary Carol Peterson, founder of The Call, started the organization when she realized just how little the church knew about the foster care crisis.
Children are being placed in shelters. They're being moved from home to home because there aren't ideal placements available. Many times children are sitting at DHS offices, sometimes for a week. I can't even imagine what that would be like for a child's heart to sit there day after day and be told, no, we can't find anyone to take you in. No, we can't find anyone, day after day. And so it's really a crisis. I kept thinking, I know there's somebody in my church that has an extra bedroom. You know, they could take this child in. But if you don't know there's a need, you can't really feel called to get involved.
The need, not only in Arkansas, but across the country, is for people. It's for families, it's for mentors, it's for those willing to make one more spot at their table or to fill an empty bed in their home. The goal is no more waiting. Caitlin Burke, CBN News, Little Rock, Arkansas.